So, hello and welcome to today's client story. So, I'm joined by the wonderful and talented Molly of Molly Matcham Photography, who'll be sharing a little bit more about her experiences of us working together on her website copy. I really love Molly's feel-good approach to photography, and I love that we share that focus on nurturing well-being in business. And obviously, we're both really interested in business branding as well, so we share a lot in common on that. So thank you for joining me today, Molly.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Brilliant. And today we'll dive into more about Molly's brand. So to get started, can you tell us a little bit more about you and Molly Matcham Photography?
Hi. I'm based in North Cumbria, at the foot of the Pennines, and I photograph branding stories, weddings, and portraits and families. So a real mixture, all mainly with people. I love working with people. I love finding out what it is they're trying to say so that people feel really seen. I spend a long time beforehand chatting to people, whether it be about how they want to be seen, if it's branding, how what it means to them, what they'll be using the photographs for. Weddings, it'll be, how their day is going to be. So I spend a lot of time beforehand chatting to people so that people can get a real personal approach from me.
Yeah, definitely. And I know from my own experience of having my photographs with you that you really do that personal approach and understanding someone's story. And I think that's so important to have memorable photographs as well. So when you first approached me about your website copy, what was it that you were looking to achieve at that point? Where were you in your business? Can you take us back to that point?
Yeah, so I was at the point where I was getting my website to look how I wanted it to look, but I was really struggling on how to get my voice out there, how to say to clients what it was what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to do for them. It's really difficult to sort of put that into words, really. I kind of knew what I wanted to say, but had no idea how to say it. And I often found I came across like quite cheesy or just, not or too stiff, just not saying the things that felt like they were me. So I was feeling like I wasn't representing myself very well on my website.
Yeah, and I think that's a very common thing, isn't it? It's so hard to write about yourself and to see yourself from the outside, really. I think that's something that a lot of business owners struggle with, so you're not alone in that. So what was your experience of working together like on your website copy? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, it was absolutely revolutionary for me. I absolutely loved it and much more than I expected to actually. Um, the whole process was really good because I think just by the discussions that you encouraged from me in the lead up where you were trying to draw out from me what it was I was trying to say, you kind of made me clarify a lot through thoughtful questioning. And then you present it back to me in a way even before the copy in a way that it was like I knew you were going to be on the right track, and I was like, oh yes, this is starting to really move into an area that's going to be, wonderful. Um, and then when I actually got the copy back, well, it was actually really emotional because it was just, I really felt like that feeling like you just knew who I was and what I was trying to say, and you'd put it into words better than I ever could have done. And to be able to then put that on my website, I knew I was just going to feel really proud to have it on there and know that it was going to represent me in the way I wanted to be represented to my clients. And it's a big feeling, and it's yeah very important because that's their way of connecting with me. And I really felt like you'd given me a voice, through your words. It was amazing.
Oh, well, thank you for that. It means such a lot to hear that was your experience, and it was such a pleasure working with you and collaborating on that. And it's definitely the most rewarding part of my role to really get to know another business owner is a real privilege. And I know that you do similar with your work as well to really get to the heart of what their business is and to show that back to them is something that I really love about working with. working with clients. So thank you for that.
And just to say one more thing as well, that when you did give me the copy back as well, it was the support afterwards that I think was really important as well, because you check in to see that everything was okay with me. You give me a video on how to apply the copy. So it wasn't just even as if you gave the copy and then I was expected to try and work everything out myself. The aftercare that you gave as well as, so there was the before care, the work, and then the aftercare. And I think they're all really important, so that people don't need to feel like, oh, they've just been given something big, this big lot of copy. You were there afterwards as well to be a guide. So that was, I thought, was really important too.
Well, thank you for that. And I think that is something that I'm aware that sometimes it is almost a bigger change than people are expecting. It can be quite transformational. And actually people need a bit of time to take that in, which is why I tried to give people the tools that they've got to take that away and digest it in their own time so you don't feel that you need to make all of those changes immediately. So I think that's a really important part of how I like to offer my services as well. So, can you tell us more about how we can find out about you and Molly Matcham Photography? Where do we go?
Well, you'd go to my website, which is mollymatchamphotography.com. You could also find me on Instagram at Molly Matcham Photo. I have a personal Instagram as well, which is more, it is more day to day, but I still put quite a lot of things on there as well, and that's just at Molly Matcham. So yeah, I'd love to hear from people. So yeah, that's where you can find my work.
Well, fantastic, and I can definitely recommend your Instagram for lots of beautiful photos on there and see a little bit more of your work and your personal projects as well on there. So thank you for that. And thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. It was really good to hear more about your experience, and I look forward to catching up soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Louise. Thanks. Bye.